Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this platform with another message. This is a night in which the Most High Yah has made, and I shall rest therein. Just wanted to come before I go to bed because there was several things on my mind. And I said, you know what? I'm going to lay down and I'm going to relax and I'm going to talk to the people. I want you to understand something that's very important. And this here, what I'm about to say is for he that has truly an ear to hear. Now, when I say the ear to hear, that means the Ruach HaKodesh, which is the Holy Spirit. If you don't have the Holy Spirit, it's best that you turn off uh, this page and go elsewhere. I'm speaking to he and she that has the Holy Spirit, let him hear. And the reason why is there are so many things that has been brought to my attention, not willingly, not willingly, but so happened as I was in the shower, I had the laptop on and just listening to a lot of issues as far as with the Republicans and the Democrats. I don't get involved in politics. So happened when the video went off, that's what popped up. So I was in the shower, I just let it play. And I'm gonna tell you all something that uh, I embrace. I embrace everything that I'm about to say because these are the things that the Most High has suffered me to embrace, and it's called endure until the end, uh, and long suffering. That means issues that's going to come, and I'm going to see it for exactly what it is, but I'm going to have to endure the fact that it's not meant for me to try to change it in words or in action. Just endure. So, with the spirit of endurance, it's not something that you buckle up on or you try to change or you try to make right when it's revealing to you these things that is before you and how it's going to uphold you and allow you to endure it. So I as I was listening, and I was like, I listened to several uh videos while I was in the shower, and I was like, wait a minute, these are the things I knew of. And it dawned on me, wait a minute, Sister Deborah, you know this already. You've spoken these things. I want to let you all know. Um, the United Snakes, as you know it, is listed as Babylon. And as the angel have cried out, but if you don't have the ear to hear, that's nobody issue. It has not been given unto thee. Sometimes people be so caught up in their own ear and what they want to hear, then therefore they don't have the Holy Spirit in them to be able to allow them to hear spirit and truth. So this message is truly for he that has an ear to hear. So anybody that's uh, listening at the sound of my voice, it's best that you go to the next video if you don't have the ear to hear. And what I'm about to say is this: United Snakes has fallen. It makes all sense to me why the Most High wanted me to focus on year of 2004 and 2008 and 2011. Those were actions that this country had set forth to test the people's mind and heart to see if they could um, re- see what actually is behind their darkness. And the thing about it, they missed it. Just as they missed everything today, they missed it. And everyone that follows thereafter, they missed it. And I'm not just talking about Europeans, I'm talking about Negroes. Definitely, most definitely Negroes. But they missing it. This country has fallen a long time ago. The angel already cried out, Babylon has fallen. 99.1 million still have not heard. Um, but the truth of the matter is, the ones that he gives this information to, they can speak in this day freely and still rest therein because they have accepted what is set before them because the Spirit has prepared them to endure. So we can talk about this sort of thing without blinking, without suffering or going through. So I want to let you all know that Babylon has already fallen. What you're about to what you're about to see in the days that are set before you, it's not something that you're going to be able to prepare for or you're going to get ready for. It's because it's still yet a lot of unbelief in the hearts of people. And I sit back and I listen to this one Republican senator or whatever he was talking. And I said to myself, I said, wait a minute. I said, Father, how is it these people are speaking so bold and so open about what is truth? Why isn't their life being threatened? Why is it the media would allow these people to come on these platforms and speak the truth? And I realize because people can't hear the truth, nor can they see it. So I battle with that. I said, so in 2004, 2008, 2011, and 2020, this has been their testing time, their testing time to see if the people in this United States can figure out what they're doing. And what they have come to the conclusion is they can press on. The beast knows that we can go all the way with this because they're not buckling, they're not seeing, and nor are they hearing. So it bothered me because I said even the movies they are bringing out is revealing what they're doing. And then here you got the Republicans revealing all these heavy, dark secrets that's going on with this country and the true crookedness of this country that 99.1 million Negroes don't understand, nor can they see it nor hear it. There is so much that this country has done that really, how would I say, award them in the way that they're going to be rewarded. See, we can sit and we can read it telling us what he's going to do with this land, but if you really think, it's just destroying it and the people therein. But you really, the things that this country is doing and have done, if there was one way you can destroy it a million times, it need be. That's how potent what I'm saying is. This is how thick the darkness is in this country. And I'm trying to really understand in the flesh now, only in the flesh. Why is it they letting them talk about all this stuff so freely. And I said, Father, and it's true. Not only is it true, it's so pitch darkness, meaning it's so high level evil, and they letting them use the platform to talk about it, to bring it up, to warn the people. And I said, why is it that I can discern exactly what they're talking about? It's because it was given to me years ago. So I'm sitting here listening to them talk, and I'm like, you mean to tell me they letting people talk about that? Yes, because that's where we're at. It don't matter. It don't matter what the people come to understand. It don't matter how the people come to disagree. It don't matter. Even this mandatory uh, 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 mask and mandatory V. Just look at that. Ain't nobody really buckling up against that like you would think a country should. Ain't nobody really buckling up. And that's what the beast realized. It couldn't have been a better time than now in 2020 and 2021 and 2022 and time on and time on. A good time to go in full force and just put this stuff straight on the table. And I sit back and I be watching it and I say, these people, how do they know this, Father? Because I think because when the Spirit teaches me in the wilderness, I just assume, okay, this between Yah telling me. But what is happening, even those that are wicked is fully aware of everything that's taking place. But those that are ignorant and in darkness and walking in darkness, they walking around here talking about I'm awakened. I come to the knowledge. They are still yet not awakening. They're dead. They're dead in truth. They are dead in truth. And as I sit back and I see the things that's taking place, the things that's taking place, and all the power that be that's underneath, people don't believe that it's not a new, there's a whole world underneath. They got them plaza centers in all the black Negro community. Poor as I don't know what, but yet they taking blood. What are they doing with that? Do y'all know what they doing with that? It's going so far underneath the earth. It's crazy. Everything that they're doing, they're taking it lower because they think they're going to escape what the Most High is about to do. You know, they know. I want to share something with you all, which, like I say, 99.1 trillion, I go that route, don't know. The United States has fallen. They could care less about the people in this country beginning to figure out what is actually going on. I think about how they're tampering with all the electrical power all over, and probably even in your state. And they're tampering with the gas all over. They have already got in plan just that quick to get the control that they want. I sit back and I listen to the Republicans trying to figure some things out. And the sad part is about it, they're blind. They can't even see. They know these things are going on, and then they trying to bring it to the forefront so the people in this country can see it, and it don't matter. The people still can't see it. So, United States is owned. Now, hear me and hear me well. Okay, I'm going there. United States has fallen. Has fallen as a nation, as a country, and how it took place because of selling out to just keep themselves afloat. And they had a length of time, but it didn't matter to them. I'm gonna tell y'all something, like I say, many of you all will never understand. United States have more respect and honor for Yahuwah and his will and his way than Negroes that said that they the children. It's deep. Why you say that, Sister Deborah? It's because as I am taught from the wilderness and I'm beholding this stuff and I'm trying to put some sense in the flesh to what I'm learning in the spirit. And it's no sense to it because it is spirit and truth. That which was, was, and that which shall be is finished. So it has to go in that order. So, what I come to understand, and that is what pushed me to do this video, is this country had already fallen, okay, and it had fallen long time ago. And right now, even before, let me say what it's saying to me now. Before Obama got in, it had already fallen. So what we're about to receive is the fullness of revelation. Everything is taking place. And because we as a people, a nation of people, oh, we the people, we the chosen one, oh, we awakening. And they don't even understand. They as dead can be. Because the truth be told, while they're waiting for Babylon, they are all up in Babylon's rectum, playing games and playing with the ways of Babylon. And they're going to get caught out there, like the 10 virgins not being ready and going to get caught out there. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. See, I notice and I have a lot of respect for them respecting Yah. I really do. They really respect the Most High Yah because I can see where he says he created the evil for the days of evil. Evil have respect for Yah, being his children, or those who say they awaken and we the children. Evil have more respect than they do. Because how dare you say that you are the children of the Most High Yah and brothers out here killing brothers? Brothers teaching other brothers how to hate their women. And if you hate your women, then you hate your mama. If you hate your mama, then you hate your daughter. So what do that mean what do that turn you to? Loving a man. And that's why you can see many men embracing each other more than they have ever. It's not out of a love, a soul brother love, or it's out of a wicked spirit. And they're finding their space, their place. Okay, now let me go back to what I was saying. China owns a large 80% of the United States. Okay, United States knows they have to turn the land over. Now I want y'all to hear me and hear me well. United States knows that they have to turn the land over. And this is what they're doing. These are all the action. When they took the 401k and people's pension, you heard a lot of people committing suicide, killing each other, killing their family. Martha Stewart was a cover up to throw the people off. Then you got the 2008, they foreclosed on the people's houses. How could that be in this United States of America? In every state, people were losing their property. It didn't make sense, did it? It didn't make sense. How is it that 9/11 took place and the people in this country couldn't even discern them taking their 401k and their retirement money. They couldn't discern they were taking their homes in 2008. They couldn't discern they were they United States did the 9/11. That was the United States. That wasn't nobody else. They can't discern the United States was head over 2020, this fake biochemical. And here it is. They still sitting up thinking it's Republican and Democratic. It's a government thing. It's a white man, black man. You know, stupid issues. Oh, it's this, it's that. But they don't, they, while they sitting here, got the people being as dumb as they can possibly be, they sitting here fulfilling the word right before their face. And the people are not saying a mumbling word. So that's what's going to take place. People are going to realize that their own country, that great old America, that United States of America, have turned them inside out, meaning destroyed them from the inside. So I'm going to tell you the mystery, the biggest, one of the biggest mystery. Okay. Hear me and hear me well. One of the biggest mystery is China is not aware of what's in the biblical work, the prophecies. They're not aware of it. They don't understand, even though they own the United States, and the United States is working it out for them to be able to siege this country. And how they have to let China take over this country, they have to destroy a large percentage of the people. And that's the plan they went to the table on, is to destroy a large percentage. China desire was to come in on the side of California. That's why the fire was burning in California. Every time you turn around, they got a fire in California. It ain't that much fire in the world, but they starting them fires from space, a laser. Mhm. How can a fire is going on, and then the next morning when the fire has moved somewhere else, you still see green trees? The house burnt down to powder. Something from space is destroying and starting these fires in this way. What I'm understanding is China want to start stepping in on this land, and they coming in on California side. Another thing is Babylon has fallen, and the inside, which is the people, are blind and dead without a cause, and those that who were created for the days of evil and wicked are performing at the highest and the utmost, knowingly what the biblical has prophesied. And that's why they're thinking that they can go so down deep, y'all, a mile at least, maybe not that far, but down deep is where they at, because they know that the biblical speaks of the land and being destroyed, this land, and they figured, okay, we're gonna beat the will of the Father as far as destroying this land, but we've been planting down, we've been preparing down below. So he didn't say he was going to destroy below. He's going to destroy the land above. So that's why they begin to build their world below, but they've been doing it for years, having the respect. So for the prophecy of Yah. Now you all might say, well, how is they having some respect? Look, even the devil and its wickedness has to obey the prophecy of my Father. Just because you all are too ignorant to give him that type of praise and honor and respect don't mean the devil won't give it to him, because he will before you would. So China don't know about the prophecy, y'all. They don't understand. They're not going to gain this land. They going to have ownership, but they'll never walk in on this land to claim it like they're thinking. So they're going to lose out big time because they're thinking they're going to be able to enter in. And the United States got them thinking that they're working to destroy it from the inside of the land, which is where we're at. And not when I say we, the people of this country, they got them thinking they're doing everything to work toward allowing China to come over here and take over what belongs to them now. But see, China don't know. They don't know the prophecy. They don't know that they're not going to be able to come over here after what Yah is going to allow to happen. They're not going to be able to claim the land in which they thought and they feel and they know that they own. You see? So by them not believing in Yahuwah and the prophecy of the biblical, they don't know that the United States is still yet a snake. Okay? And they're doing everything to give China the approval that they are working to destroy this country from the inside so they can take over, so they can come over and take over. And I'm going to tell y'all, it's deeper than what you all think. Everything they doing it has a role in how they're destroying the people here. And these people, you all, everybody, we walking around like we could care less. We're doing things that destroying each other before we even are destroyed. Because we're gonna get it's gonna throw down, y'all. It's really gonna throw down. And we're thinking we putting it on the timeline. Oh, 5, 10. No, 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 baby. No, no, no. That dark winter was real. I don't know. I can't pinpoint it. I do know I had 2 dreams where he blocked it, so I couldn't remember it. So I believe that things are going to take place. But I sit back and I listen to, I don't sit back and I don't listen to them. But when I just hear them, and I was in the shower and after I was listening to someone else speak, all of a sudden they get on and they was talking about Republican, Democrat, and I began to ask the Father, how did they know that? And the reason why I'm saying how do they know that, that's what the Father been teaching me in the wilderness. These things I've been knowing for years. When I knew that United States was going to be, I'm going to show you how it was. I thought back in 28 years ago, I was like on a mountain. When I say on a mountain, I was speaking with power, with boldness. United States is going to get bumped off. And the people would ask me, what you mean bumped off? They're going to get knocked off the map. All my children, my mother, my sister, them, my husband, I told them, I said, yep, they're getting bumped off the map. You think so? Yep. How could that be? How big old United States? Yep, they getting bumped off the map. All that time. I always knew that. I always felt that. 28 years ago. And as I sit back and listen to the Negro men teach and speak, they are so far from it. Because the United States is not going to get destroyed by what you call another country. Okay? They're going to get destroyed from the one that said that he's going to destroy them. Can he use the wicked for the days of evil? Yes, he can. But to do his mighty power with his right hand, to just make sure this land get bumped. See, if he let the wicked, the days of the evil of the days of wicked destroy America, they're going to end up destroying each other. You get what I'm saying? The way he got it is something's going to hit the sea. He's going to cause something to come down, hit the sea, and bump this country off the map. just as I said 28 years ago. And I was reading it in Revelation. I said, Father, it always been in here. A lot of things is not what I read. It's what reads to me in the spirit. How I am taught from the wilderness, reveal things. Because see, what people don't understand, the book is a supporter of what? Of spirit and truth. You see, it support what spirit and truth set in you. It's not going to, the Bible, the book, as you know, it will never outweigh the teaching of the Ruach HaKodesh, the one who created all things. No book on the face of the earth, no King James 16 and all these missing Bibles, none of them would override the Ruach HaKodesh, ever. And the Ruach is also coming to teach you spirit and truth. So it's coming to get you the pure adulterated from out of the mouth of Yah and not out of the mouth of man. See, out of the mouth of man, he can go into that book and master it, precept it and line it, little here and a little there, teach you Torah, get it in Hebrew, and sit and tell you a lie day and night. But the way Yah does it in the spirit realm, it'll come and make every man a lie. And the Most High be the truth. 24/24. And we running around here thinking everything somebody teach us from that book is it all in a basket. No, it is not. And until you are taught by the teacher and you have set your butt down, kept your mouth closed, and let the spirit of Yah teach you, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. So China is not aware, nor do China believe in the biblical word of the Most High Yah. China does not believe in the prophecies. But the United States abide by the prophecy. That's why they're able to show you movies that's telling you the prophecies in the Bible. And we walking around here talking about we awakening. We the people. And we haven't even seen the ugliness that rests in us. We have not seen the iniquity, the sin, and the darkness that rests within us. We bypass all that. We see our men doing all this wicked and evil at the highest, and we bypass all that. We bypass everything. And yes, y'all gonna do some cleaning up. And I noticed he said he's gonna put a new heart. But I also see Ezekiel talking about the dry bones. Can these dry bones live? I think the Most High, I know the Most High got a plan that our minds can't comprehend. You see, our thoughts is not his thoughts. Our way is not his way as far as what is righteous, because we are flesh as well. So I thank him for being who he is. And at first I got kind of disappointed that the wicked in the days of evil is going to know that word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah. Yah's prophecies. And they're going to be walking therein. While we walking around here in darkness, call ourselves hating on one another. I mean, going after each other to debate and to try to say that Yah called us to usher judgment on others. Why would he call you? And you just in blind in your own understanding. So many think that Yah has called them to pass judgment, to send a person to heaven and hell. More so to hell. I don't get it. I don't get it, but I do get it. That's just the way, the phrase, the way I put it. But China is not aware of the biblical prophecy. I don't know. But I think Russia knows. But I know China don't know. So if China don't know the prophecy and they think they come into a land that's they're gonna own and be able to walk in there in onto, it's not so. So the United States have robbed China. They robbed them like they did everything. Everything they gained, it was due to kill, steal, and destroy. Okay? And that's the same gameplay. They got China thinking they're going to get this land. That's why they preparing it to look like they turning it over to China. They telling China we're going to destroy our people. We're going to have a number here that you're going to be able to control. You're going to be able to get in order. You're going to come over here. And see, people in this country don't even see. They can't even see. The beast had already set it up. That all this that's in this country is owned by China. It is. Everything that we're getting from out of China because China feel that they're gonna keep it supplying what they own. You see, they really do. They think they coming on this land. They think they're gonna walk on this land. They're not gonna walk on it. It's gonna be gone. And the United States knows that. That's why they going in. They going to another land. They going underground. It's not even the land. It's underground. That's where they going. That's why they sending the money over to them other countries so them other countries can let them also have a lead way to them because the underground go to Russia, it go to France, it go to all over the world. That underground thing, yes, they got it shooting everywhere. Yes, and this is how they're going to think that they out beating the prophecy, but yet they respects it. They respect the wicked respect the prophecy to the degree where they know that they too will be destroyed. So they just doing everything toward the prophecy, like the prophecy, but also on the other end, it's going to a place which is so low, far down, underground, that they really thinking that they're going to be able to survive there because they know that he says he's going to destroy the United States. So they said he didn't say he's going to destroy what's underneath us. Maybe we can go down there and wait and live. You know, so they looking at the prophecy as just being here on the earth. And I like that because that shows you y'all don't let him know everything. Just enough to fulfill his will. Just enough to fulfill his way. Just enough to fulfill his prophecy. And they walk in their end, fulfilling his prophecy. And what are we to do? Prepare ourselves from a spiritual level, not from a flesh, because you ain't gonna win that way. Solomon tell him it's all vain and wax in the spirit. Not in the spirit. Let me correct that. Not in the spirit, in the flesh. So you got to prepare everything as spirit and as truth. And stop getting on this roller coaster ride in this darkness, in this flesh. Because everything is a roller coaster ride in your flesh. That's why he said in the mind of a man is clean. That's in his flesh. He don't understand all them spirits that's detached to his spirit man. It's keeping him from being able to abide in Yah and Yah in him. So he died daily in his flesh. Because that's where the flesh end up. Having eternal death. And see, a lot of people, they don't understand that. You know, because where they at, where he want them to be. The Most High Yah. Everything is still, that's the beauty of it all. Everything's still following his way. No matter how much I could see in the spirit, no matter how much I know in the spirit, no matter how much spirit and truth I know, even if I'm able to see behind seeing, even if I'm able to hear behind hearing, guess what, y'all? It ain't gonna move a darn thing. It ain't gonna move a darn thing, but it helps me to endure, to know what is before. Because I'm a true believer. And I have stood on that a mighty long time. That which was is, that which is shall be, and that which shall be has already been. And I'm just going to rest therein the will of the Father. So I just wanted to give you that. It's kind of deep that China is just as ignorant as anyone else, because they thinking they're gonna come over here and master and get everything in order and rule. Um, they do believe that the country is preparing the death of their people, and the United States is. They are preparing the death of the people in this country, and they're doing a excellent job because these people, they didn't say nothing about 9/11. They lost almost 7,000, and I think in New York alone. They didn't say nothing about the Pentagon or nothing that they did. They didn't say nothing about the foreclosure in 2008 when they took all the people's pension. They didn't say nothing about 2012 when they had the biochemical against their own people. So they said, hey, we can do anything. We got it made. This is going to work well. The people fall for anything. They sitting here as you see Republicans and Democrats sitting fighting uh, 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 for this right and that right and this right, and they don't even understand. They are so distant from what is true. The big dogs behind them, and the big dogs behind them is behind the elites, and the elites ain't even let the big dogs that's in front of them even come in. That's how thick it is. They'll let them die before they let them in. They will take Biden, that president, and her up out of here before they let her come down low. They ain't going nowhere either. They ain't going nowhere unless they are the beast and the false prophet. Outside of that, they ain't going nowhere because these things has been preparing for this time for quite some time. I think also real soon we're gonna see who the beast is. He's gonna show himself. He's gonna show himself. I'm anxious. Um, the more ignorant this biochemical is, they're letting them come out with all these different biochemicals to go up against uh, us as a people, and we stand around ain't saying nothing. Nobody's saying anything. And I like to propose a question. People run around here and say this is not the mark. You have to understand there's 3 stages. Okay? You have the chip, you have the 666, which is the number, which the number represents a name of a man. And you have the mark. If this biochemical, if it's not the mark that they're trying to shoot into everybody, what is? When you can turn around and get rid of all the militaries if they don't take the B. That's what they pass it. They passing the thing that if you don't, you're in the military and you don't accept a shot, you get put out. Honorable, they say honorable discharge, something like that. Yes, they do. He's doing that. If you're making it mandatory that the restaurants and the medical field gets the B, or else they can't work. And the reason why they okay with the Q-tip is because it has a biochemical on it. It has the same thing on it. The same thing on the biochemical. And they're setting it up in your nose, setting it up, giving you more than one dose. For what? So that these people can spread the biochemical among those who don't have it. That's why I told you all a couple of months. It don't matter if you get it or not. It's going to reach all the way to your front house, to your front door, into your house. Because that's how they're going to spread it. That's why I say unto you all, the whole armor has to be put on you by Yah himself. Because the sense that the people have in this day and time, they ain't got the sense to put on the full armor. Because they couldn't do it no way. It has to come from the power of the right hand of the Father. So I, Sister Deborah, hope that you all got something out of it. But I will say that everything I said and have said in time past, and everything I am saying right now, you're going to start to see some things clearer about what I'm saying. The whole idea when they went to the CN and met with UK and all of them, all everybody together, was to eliminate their population. But they are to support the United States, the greatest in this biochemical destroying the people, because they want to support the United States in turning their land over to China. So that's the plan, is to eliminate the population all over different countries. And basically, they don't care, just like the 9/11, who's who. But you notice with the 9/11, no VIPs was killed. No VIPs was killed. All of them was somewhere far away. Isn't that deep? No VIPs were killed, because see, this is how they plan these things. And I know it sounds strange that they are obeying the prophecy of the Most High, and they are fulfilling it. And it's not because they're doing it out of their own will. It's still the will of the Father. Uh, but they're just walking in His prophecy. So I, Sister Deborah, would now say good night, and I hope each and every last one of you give us some thought, uh, finding out more about. Let me call it some, the light, desiring the Most High to suffer you to walk therein. The light. Find out the light, which is your spirit. Get your flesh under the subjection to your spirit, if it's the Father's will. Um, find out about His love, the action of His love, and how it is to give and gave. Find out who Christ is and identify the right hand and the stretched out arm. These are some very important things. And find out who is the Ruach HaKodesh and how we must grip Him so tightly, the Ruach, and never let go. Because no matter what happened, if they come in and they want to destroy your whole family, you're in there. You're in there. You're in there because if your name is in the Lamb Book of Life, you're in there anyway. But a lot of the things that they're going to do is going to be really harsh, y'all. You all have not even seen what they're doing and ignoring it. So when it do happen, it's going to start making people go crazy. Especially these Europeans, they gonna go crazy, and all the murdering and the killing is gonna be within. And the brothers, this is what I believe too. The brothers gonna go out to kill the sisters even more. Mhm. I believe the brothers gonna go out to kill first their sisters even more. Because if they don't say nothing and they're not preaching and teaching and freezing this action now, that means that's what they're gonna do when the mess hit the ceiling fan. The number one ones that our Negro men gonna go out killing is their women's. They're gonna kill their own nation. They're already doing it, and no one in the nation saying a word about it. They ain't preaching against it, so y'all gonna let it float exactly the way it's going, and He's just gonna let it be greater within the nation. And then when the women sat around talking about all the men is, they kings, they leaders, you about to see who they really are, because you fail to see the light in what's taking place. You don't see the hatred that they have in their spirit, the spirit that's on them, that's causing them to hate. These men are teaching on these platforms a lot of hate to other men, to hate women, their own nation. So when it start kicking in, they only retaliation is not going to be at the Europeans. It's not going to be at the oppressor who did this and who did that. They're going to use their guns to kill their own nation. And that's what's going to happen. That's going to happen. It's happening now. And the nation of people who said that they are the children and they have awakened, they're going to stand around, which they're doing right now in great numbers, and kill their own nations. So it's not going to be something that the white people are going to be killing the blacks. It's going to be them killing each other. They're going to kill up their own people. And the people over here from Haiti, the United States of America setting that up. Okay. Those people didn't walk here. They flew those people over here for all the wrong reason. And the Negroes over here can't even see that. They talk about everything else, but can't see what is spirit and truth. They can't see what the light is in the midst of the darkness. Why would a country go bring all those people over here? And now they're talking, the senators, Republicans and Democrats are talking about even giving the black people better jobs and better ways. That's because they want the racial war to start and kick up and bring Europeans so in a form of hating us to the racial war will start against them, trying to come after us with no shame. Don't care if they locked up. They don't care if they get killed. They just coming for us because they're trying to set the stage that would cause them to feel that they're giving us and they are taking from them to give to us. So it's a whole big plan to start up a racial war, but they're not going to have to do too much to us, no way, because we are doing it to one another. And if the Most High said, "Do you see your people?" Look what they're doing. And we are saying they bothering us. And he said we're destroying each other on all sides. So I, Sister Deborah, would say, I hope you got something out of it. And some things I'm going to say is going to be more revealed as time go on this year and the first of next year, and it'll be a little bit clearer. So I, Sister Deborah, would say, I hope you have a wonderful night because I'm getting ready to call it quits. Shalom and shalom.